So yeah, I'm Ronnie, this is Ann. Ann's got Chico with her at the moment. And Chico is actually, he's a little bit green, bless him. He's just come from his puppy parents. He's actually 17 months old, and he's a straight Labrador, so he's a very handsome, striking young lad. And as David said, a lot of what we ask puppy parents to do is concentrate on socialising. So that would be getting them out and about, getting them to meet lots of people. And as David said, you know, when we were walking in, a lot of people were saying hello. And that's all part of the socialising process. The puppy parents will also do a lot of basic obedience. So that would be what Anna's doing now, some downs, and just general nice loose lead walking. So if you look, he's just walking nicely by his side, a little bit interested in the cupboard. Well, that's partly because we've been training on that last week. So we did that last week. So, and some nice sits there. So you can see Anne's doing little mini recalls, and that all comes down to basic obedience. So that's little Chico. Well, like I said, we won't do too much with him. He's still very new into his training. And he will hopefully very soon get to meet a potentially new partner who from then on and will start to tailor make his training. As David said, we will look at any disability. We will do our best to tailor make the dogs to someone's needs. So I'm doing a nice little weight there. Oh, you can have a little game. And like the last slide said, life is fun. So we try and make all the training really exciting for the dog and really fun. At the end of the day, the dogs need to want to do this sort of work. So Anne's just been playing a little bit of tug with him, although he's losing it. Yeah. And if you watch when he's going to do tug, you should. Those of you that have got dogs at home, whenever you play a little game with them of tug or rag, your dogs will quite often rag, won't they? They'll shake their heads left and right. What we actually train is this. You see how Chico's moving backwards? We want them to pull nice and neatly backwards, quite strong, but nice and neatly. And that, you'll see that in a moment with Erin, but that is how they will eventually help people get up out of bed, help people get undressed, and things like that. So that is one of our actual core skills, is tugging. We also have touch. So this is what a lot of our volunteer puppy parents start off. All Anne is doing is actually holding her hand out, and Chico is following it and placing his nose on it. And then as that develops, that turns into the pedestrian buttons, so the little pedestrian buttons at crossings. It's the door switches outside, automatic doors. It could be an emergency phone. And then the last one, we're going to do a little bit of a retrieve. And this is our third core skill. So the puppy parents will start this with a nice soft item, something like a toy, and then it moves on to something a little bit harder. That's actually a little wallet. Good boy. He's a little bit playful with that, bless him.
Good boy. Can I get your lead?
Oh, good lad.
Oh, you're such a good boy.
Well, as you can see, you know, Anne's enjoying herself, Chico's enjoying himself. So I think we're done with Chico, aren't we? So if we can give Chico a little clap. And now we've got Erin. I know Chico doesn't look like a puppy, but I promise you he acts like one. There you go. Good lad. You settle down. Is that really? So right, Anne's just going to get herself sorted. And what we're going to show you with Erin and Anne now is some of the tasks that a canine partner will help their new partner in the home and out and about. So you've got to use your imagination a little bit. We haven't got a full house here, but we've got some of our equipment that will give you a good idea of the sort of thing they do. So the alarm's gone off, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and Erin's woken up. Anne's just asked her to take the covers back. So she's just going to pull it back a little bit more. Tug, tug. She smelt some of it. Oh, there you go, good girl. But then obviously you might be someone who needs a bit of help getting yourselves upright in the bed. So Anne can actually shimmy herself around a little bit. Oh, she's found the treat though. But there you go. Anne's got a little tub that she'll just keep beside her bed. And we train them not to, and generally by the time they've done all their tasks throughout the day, they're usually tired and happy for a rest. But generally, we train the dogs to settle down as well. So some of you can just hear Chico whining a little bit now, but that's just because he's a little bit excited, and he's still young, bless him. And then as he gets older, he'll learn that actually there's downtime, switch off time. Sorry? Yeah, we can do a quick, if there's time at the end, we can do a quick question and answer session. That's absolutely fine. So, yeah, Anne's had help to get out, and now she's asking Erin to just brace, which we can train the dog to do. If you look, she's standing nice and strong, and Anne can use Erin to be able to pull herself up and just rest on her. Sorry. So, there we go. Now Anne has got herself into the wheelchair, and what she's actually asking Erin to do is put the foot plates down. We actually have a partner at the moment on a course, a lady called Wendy, and a very sprightly little dog called Biffy, who's actually a Labradoodle. And one of the things that Wendy struggles with is she has weak muscle mass in her legs, and so sometimes her feet fall off her foot plates. And what Anne has been training Biffy to do at the moment is put her head behind her knees and just lift her foot back off the foot plate. So that's very good. And obviously it's wake up time, it's normally breakfast time. So I don't know about where everyone keeps their food bowls or anything like that. If you keep it in a cupboard, that's not a problem. The dog, put a little tub on there, the dog can get the bowl out. There we go. And one of the most important things they can do is that. Close the door afterwards. As you can imagine, if you're in a wheelchair, they're quite big objects. If you're trying to wheel yourself around your own home and you've got doors open in the way, you need some way of closing the doors afterwards. So we do try and train the dogs to be sort of keep the heat in, shall we say. And so what Anne is just doing now is a bit of whistle feeding. And that just adds a little bit of control, and what that then turns into is a recall. So when she's out and about, Anne can put 2 little peeps on a whistle, because a lot of you can probably shout and call your dogs back, but some of our partners can get short of breath. So 2 little peeps on the whistle, and you generally get the dog running back to you for their nice little tasty treat. So you've woken up, you've had your breakfast, the postman's come, and luckily the post hasn't fallen on the floor, but it has now, so Erin's going to get it for you. And what she has, I believe... Oh, she's ready to go out, she is. What she has, if I can have it, she might bring it to me. So this is something else we can train the dogs to do. Yeah. Oh, good girl. Is train the dogs to bring you something. And what we actually got through the post is a nice little Canine Partners. Coincidental, that, I know.
How did that work?
We do have some on the side, so at the end, you're very welcome to take some. It's absolutely fine. So, okay, you've got the post, you're ready to go out. What are you going to do? Oh, sorry, before we go out, I think we're just going to collect a few items. Some of our partners may have little baskets, which has got a lot of items in there. It may have medication, it may have remote controls, it may have keys, it may have a mobile phone.
Well done.
So Erin there has just retrieved the basket, and it's got all those little items in. And like David said earlier, retrieve's the big thing for a lot of our partners. If you're in a wheelchair, you can't be expected to lean out of it in case you fall out of it. It's very dangerous. So we ask the dogs to do a lot of retrieving. She's like, oh, what's this? I will add, Erin was actually going to be a canine partner, but she got a little bit cheeky when she was just when she came into advanced training. So unfortunately, we kept her back as a demo dog. She loved her work, but she was just a little bit naughty on exercise, a little bit sniffy. So that comes out there. There you go. So nice little retrieves. That's some keys. Good. Yeah, that's nice and clean.
Oh, very good.
All right. So it's a nice summer's day. You don't want to be stuck inside all day. So, and wanting to go outside, you might be going outside to the local shop. There you go. And again, she can close the door after this. Good. Yeah. Probably one of the things that a lot of our partners get from having our dogs is giving them the confidence to go out and about. We have had a partner called Kate, who's got a dog called Byron, who before she got a canine partner admitted that she struggled to go out in the daytime, and she would ask her parents to go and get her shopping for her. And also, whenever she would go to the park, and playing now a little bit, whenever she'd go to the park, she would get some children that would be playing football that would actually aim the football at her. So you can imagine it's not a very nice feeling. You can understand why she wouldn't want to go out. Since she's had Byron, the children actually saw her operating the little pelican crossing buttons out and about. And when they saw her do this, everything changed. They sort of ran up to her and said, "Oh, I can't believe your dog just did that." Every time she goes out now, she spends half an hour talking to the same lads who just want to sort of see a little trick from Byron type thing. And also, it's changed. She's now going out and getting the shopping for her mum and dad. Whereas before, because she was feeling like she couldn't go out, she was sending them out. But absolutely, it's changed completely now, and she's going out, getting the shopping for herself and for them. So yeah, we expect the dogs to enjoy themselves, have a good game. Erin then was having a little bit of a game, and she's a bit sniffy. Oh, she's like, "What's in your bag?" That's a bit cheeky. Yeah. So whilst you're out and about, like Anne was showing you, they'll play games, they'll go for their nice little stroll through the park. And again, I mentioned the pelican crossing button. So I think yeah, that's right. So Anne's going to now demonstrate. You've got to use your imagination here. It's a little bit of a smaller button, a bigger button than the pelican crossing. But it's also you can also imagine that when you walk out of this building, you will see the buttons that open the doors.
Good.
There you go. And again, this all comes back to the touch that the puppy parents train. Wherever Anne puts that button, and Erin will find it and touch it. So there you go. She'll put it over there. Good. Yeah. That was easy. Very good. So we've had a long day out. We've done our shopping, and we've come back in, and Erin is going to get the washing girl. Well, I believe she's going to load it. Is that right? So obviously you saw us opening the cupboard and retrieving something from the cupboard. This is slightly different now, because a lot of you will say, "Yeah, my dog absolutely can retrieve the paper and things like that." But this is asking the dog to take something from you and placing it elsewhere. So Anne has asked her to open the cupboard. She's asking her to now tug the gloves off her hand, which have got those little bits of Velcro. So Erin is finding where that bit of Velcro is.
Yeah, nice and gentle. Good.
Yeah, and tugging it off nice and gently. Anne's also wearing a fleece with a zip. So Erin can find that zip and tug it open. Good, yeah. And then what she will do, she's getting a bit eager now, bless her. She's like, "I know what's next." And there you go, Anne just offers her the sleeve, and what Erin does is, Erin finds the material and tugs it off. And Anne's just going to turn herself around. Yeah. Oh, good, yeah. She'll tug it right off her and then retrieve it back to her. That's good. I know it's a hot day, but Anne's not going to go any further, I'm afraid. So she's having a little bit of colour now, and obviously you can see she's got a jacket on. It's the end of the day, she's taken it off. Good girl. She backed out of that herself. That's very good. And then, like I said, so you've seen them retrieving something out of somewhere. What Anne is going to ask Erin to do now is put something into something.
Oh dear.
So that could be the washing machine, it could be the dryer. So she's just going to start that again, ask her to open it first.
Good girl. That's it. We're trying to small one back.
There we go. Good girl. She'll pop that in. Good girl. And that can be numerous items, several times. It gives our partners a chance to be able to do their own washing again. And there we go, and close it afterwards. There we go. And I think to finish off, we're going to do a nice little bow, a nice little curtsy. She is a lady after all. Good.